This is the game. Now, a lot of people are saying this isn't the game.
It's not the game.
It is the game. It's the Chiefs and Browns. And last week, Sizzle picked the Browns over the Steelers. We both took the Steelers. She picked the Browns. I guess she's our resident Brown expert.
So somehow that makes this the game.
Well, she's a girl, brownies. Maybe she knows something.
She is a woman, an educated football woman.
Who can make cookies.
Oh, I can make
brownies.
I can.
So, you have any insight on this game? I mean, you're the one that actually picked the Browns.
Yeah, she's the one that went out on the limb.
Okay, all right. Yes, I did go out on a limb, but I
what do you got to say about
feeling.
this?
All right, so this is what I got to say about this.
Okay, I'm listening.
Pouncey, he's supposed to be one of the best corners.
Centers.
Centers in the league, right?
Right.
So what does he do?
On the first play of the game or the second play of the game?
Big Ben is named Big Ben because he's like 6.5 feet tall.
And
he puts his arms up like this.
And that snap was 13 feet high.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He puts his arms up like this. We're talking.
He looked like a little boy.
8.5 feet.
He looked like a little boy from some kind of children's story trying to touch the sun. I mean, he was that close.
Yeah, I will go ahead and say what I'm going to.
But that doomed the Steelers, I think.
It demoralized.
It did. You guys are both right. It kind of did. Shock to the system.
So I will go ahead and say what I'm going to say about this upcoming Chiefs-Browns game this week. Mm-hmm. And that is...
We're waiting.
Gotta turn my head around.
I probably have to put the camera back on you guys. I'm gonna do that because of what's about to come out of my mouth. Are you ready?
I'm listening.
Here it is.
I am.
The Sea of Red.
It is.
Yes, it is. It is the Sea of Red.
Kansas City.
The
dog pound is
Patrick
waiting.
Mahomes.
The dog pound is waiting.
But the thing is that I do believe the Chiefs are gonna win. But I'm picking Cleveland.
You're picking Cleveland.
Yes, I have a feeling as well. I mean, you can shake your head. You shook your head at me last week on this one, but I'm just saying that as well as the Browns have played this whole entire year, it would be nothing.
They have not been playing great all year.
Hold on. It would be nothing more appropriate to end the 2020 season of football than for the Browns to go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know you're feeling me on this.
Yeah, I am.
So I have to. I feel confident that the Chiefs are going to win, but I'm picking the Browns.
Well, let me say this: this Chiefs team got blown out 30-6 in one of their games. I mean, I've seen this. I mean, I'm sorry, this Browns team. I've seen this Browns team do very badly from time to time.
Well, I understand that.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I'm going to start calling you Black Eyed P. That's it. That's going to be my new nickname for Sizzle, Black Eyed P.
Black Eyed P.
Yeah.
You won't be calling me that if they do win.
Because at least a couple times a week, we ask you, you pick an upset, and we ask, what's your reasoning for that? I've got a feeling.
I got a feeling. Okay, the Black
Eyed. It's Jay Sizzle, the Black Eyed P. Look, I love your boldness and taking Cleveland, and who am I to tell you not to pick an underdog?
Listen, I got to pick an upset this week, and that's going to be
the only way you messed up last week, really, in my opinion, was you took what was it, Chicago?
Yeah,
you took
that was just
Bears.
bad, Sizzle.
That was a bad call. Yeah. But outside of that, I don't fault you for anybody you picked last week. Hey.
You can't fault me for picking Cleveland last week, that's for sure.
Right.
28-9, hey.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Look, it would be great for the league, I think, if Cleveland actually won and moved on. I think it would be great for the league, and it would be great for the city of Cleveland, and it would be great for the Dog Pound fans. And, I would like to see it just because Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs have this sterling reputation, you know what I mean? As if they've been dipped in silver. I mean, Tyreek Hill, the running game, they don't have, Edwards-Helaire right now. But you know what I'm saying? Just this phenomenal reputation that the Chiefs have as being, the unquestioned cream of the NFL crop. It would be kind of great to see the Browns upset them. The Chiefs are 10-point favorites in this. And Steve, I'm not even going to make a drama out of this. I'm going to tell you right now, the Browns are going to lose this football game. The Chiefs are just so good that even when they're on a bad week, even when they come out to a crappy start and they go into the locker room down by 7 or 10. You've seen this before. They come storming back in the second half. And I even mentioned this a few weeks ago. At no point in this season have I ever thought that the Chiefs were going to lose a football game. At no point. Because usually when they go into the locker room, even if they're down by 10, I think to myself, you know what? This is setting up for a storybook ending. Patrick Mahomes is going to lead them back from the brink of disaster. And they're going to end up being the number 1 seed and go into the playoffs. Yep. And I don't see any reason why to stray from that. The Chiefs just have too many weapons all over the field. I like the Chiefs in this. As far as score, it's a 55.5 point over-under. This should be pretty high scoring. I'm going to go Chiefs 33 and the Browns 23. Yeah, I like this by 10. I'll tell you, if I'm betting in Vegas, I'm not betting on any of these games this week. The point lines are maybe one of them. The point lines are too.
This one, right?
No, actually, the point spreads are too close and the over-unders are too spot on. I did my picks before. I think we were talking about this off camera before we started. I did my picks before I looked at the spreads and the over-unders, and then just, I usually don't do that. I usually look at the spreads and over-unders before that. And then I got done, and just for fun, I decided to mix it up. And I look up I'll go on my laptop, and I'm looking up the spreads, and I'm like, wow. So, yeah, this is a tough week if you're a big-time gambler. Steve, tell us how this week is going to break down for the Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns.
Well, first off, this whole thing, the soliloquy that you gave about the Chiefs are dipped in silver, who gave them that? I mean, all the NFL analysts gave him that. All the NFL analysts, Patrick Mahomes. Who gave him that?
I like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, you're right. NFL analysts are garbage. They don't know shit. You're right.
I know a lot more than a lot of them. You know why?
Why is that?
I'm top 10 in the picks. Okay, so all those 100 guys that played the NFL, they can say all they want to. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes is garbage. That's not what I'm saying. But all this crowning, he's the next he's the greatest, he's going to win 9 Super Bowls, he's going to beat Tom Brady, he's going to do this, he's going to do all this stuff. You hear all these guys talking about it's unlimited, the Super Bowls, Patrick Mahomes is going to win. Well, let me tell you something.
He is a transcendent talent.
Let me tell you something.
All right, tell me something.
When a guy gets his money, in this case, $500 million, sometimes he's not quite as motivated as he was when he was trying to get all that money.
Kidding. You gotta be kidding.
Okay? Yeah, I'm not kidding. I mean, do you want me? Would you like me to go on and count players that got paid and then disappeared? Would you like me to go on a list? Would you like me to go on that soliloquy?
No. None of those players, if you could list off 1,000 players like that, none of them are Patrick Mahomes. And I see no evidence of him not taking his job seriously and not wanting to win. I see no evidence.
Well, let's see. They had 20 days off. The last game they played, they didn't rest. They rested pretty much everybody. So really, they're going to be rusty. It's going to be cold. The Browns are the underdog, and they got me against the world on their shoulders here. Okay? Now, I am picking the Chiefs to win this game because I do believe that that Baker Mayfield will start to feel the heat. When the game is in the balance, I think he's going to, start to feel the heat. And there's nothing wrong with that, Mr. Mayfield. You go make another Progressive insurance commercial and you'll be fine.
I like those commercials.
Okay.
Let me point out something though real quick. I want to let you know, I want to make you aware that with about 5 minutes or 6 minutes left in the second half until the end of the game last week against the Steelers, the Cleveland Browns were absolute garbage, especially defensively. They fell apart, and they were lucky to kind of win that game. They did. They hung on, and they won. All credit to them. Browns fans even know what I'm talking about. I guarantee you, every Browns fan in the universe was looking up at that game with about 7 minutes left in the game, and the Browns were up by 10 at that point, and they were doing this. They were nervous. I guarantee you they were.
Let me know when I can talk and tell you the truth.
Go ahead.
The truth was they were in a prevent defense. They were protecting the end zone. Big Ben got 500 yards. Okay, 501 to be exact. I'm telling you right now, they didn't give a shit. They had the game in the bag. They knew that they couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop Chubb. They couldn't stop Kareem Hunt. The Chiefs are going to have a problem. And if they put the ball in Baker Mayfield's hands, they will lose this game badly. Okay? And the Chiefs know they have to run the ball. They're going to try to make Baker Mayfield throw the ball, and that's what he's going to do. And it's going to be a matter of finding out, is Kevin Stefanski the coach of the year, or is he going to just say, you know what, they're stopping the run. We got to throw it. We got to try to match these guys. No, you're going to have to be patient. You got to run this football. If they stop it in the first and second quarter and you're behind 17-6, okay, you're still going to have to run the ball.
Let me tell you, the only way the Browns have a chance in this game is if it starts out like the one last week did against the Steelers. With that, yeah, she was right. Sizzle was right. That 13-foot high snap to start the game. First play from scrimmage. I mean, if it's an absolute disaster and the Chiefs turn the ball over twice like the Steelers did in the first few minutes of the game, then the Browns will win. That's the only way. The Chiefs are just too solid, dude.
I disagree with that. The Chiefs were down 24-0 last year against the Texans. They were also down in every playoff game they played. They were down at 10 points in the Super Bowl. They came back from all of that. So I'm saying
they are not the Cleveland Browns now. Hold on.
No, what I'm saying,
don't make a false equivalency.
No, I'm saying. Well, you're no, I'm not. I'm saying that the Chiefs were down in every playoff game that they played last year, and they came back and won. 24 points by the Texans. 24. That's almost an insurmountable lead. 10 points in the Super Bowl. Okay, they were down. I 8, but to the Titans, I think it was.
And you think the Browns can do that?
No, the Browns cannot. What I'm saying is that the Chiefs get behind. If they do the same thing, if the ball goes 10 feet over
okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying they can still come back and win it.
Yes. Yeah. They can still come back. Yes. The Chiefs can come back and win this game.
I got you now.
You can't discount that. The Chiefs are going to win this game, okay? But the Browns can win if they ground and pound. Okay, if they try to match points, if they try to throw this ball through the air, this game will be over. They're going to have to be patient. They're going to have to stay with the running game. They're going to have to, even if they're behind 17-3 or something like that, 20-6, they're going to have to stay with that running game because the Chiefs' defense is suspect.
You think you're going to see a lot of Kareem Hunt because you know this is a revenge game, a big revenge game.
And guess what happens on these revenge games? Does anybody know?
Usually, not a whole lot.
Usually, not a whole lot.
From what I've noticed, but a lot of the sportscasters are making a big deal about this being like one of the ultimate revenge games.
No, it's not
because of the way that Kareem Hunt ended up leaving the Chiefs.
No, he left the Chiefs.
We all remember the elevator.
Yeah, he was a bonehead. They didn't throw him off the team. He was a bonehead, and he had to leave the team. They tossed him off because he was a bonehead.
Yeah, the world's first multi-gender fight in a prize fight in an elevator.
I don't know. All I know is you could. Well, yeah, I guess you're right with that. You could talk to.
Too soon?
No, I was going to say the guy from the Ravens. I can't think of his running back name. Beat his wife in the elevator there. But anyways, the Browns and Chiefs. I got the Chiefs. You got the Chiefs. She's taking the Browns. We got one more game, and this game, I'm going to let you have it. You better hold on. When I talk about this next game, you better be ready. You better be ready. You better be ready. The audience better be ready because I got some insight nobody knows about, and we're going to do that right after this.